Hey guys, Jennuine Love checking in. So I woke up and was inspired to do a video. Like, I knew I was going to be doing a video today, and it turns out that this is kind of like maybe a little bit of a continuation or a bonus for the card reading from Wednesday and Thursday. And so I try to always follow my intuition and just let myself go with the inspiration. And yes, my heart is beating fast, and I'm just always like so nervous with these Facebook Lives, especially when I'm just like rolling with it. But the card for this week, hey Jerry, the card for this week for Wednesday and Thursday, if you didn't catch that, it was from the Getting Into the Vortex, which is like the relationship deck. And the card for Wednesday and Thursday, if you caught the video, there was like a whole lot of energy around this particular card and these 2 days. And the card that came up is that which is likened to itself as drawn. And so I know for myself that this was a piece of the whole law of attraction thing that used to, piss me off. It used to make me really question the validity of these teachings, because I just couldn't accept that I would create, what I deemed to be jacked up situations and situations that didn't feel good. I was like, I would not do that to myself. I wouldn't do this to myself. And it used to piss me off, And so for me, I did, I've done and I continue to do the inner work. But what I want you to understand is that people say, yeah, I'm a good person, I'm an honest person, but I attract people who aren't honest with me. Or I'm a giver and I'm a lover, but I attract people who just take and deplete my energy. And, and there's some contradictory there. It's like, wait a minute, if I'm attracting what I am, then why are people showing up that are not as authentic as me and not as loving and giving and caring as me? Right? And the thing that I want you to understand is, if your focus is predominantly on the lack of or the void of what you want in relationships specifically, right? If you are focused on your partner not appreciating you, you attract partners who don't give as much as you. You attract partners who, whatever it is for you in that regard. And you're not a person who would act in that way, yet you are a person who expects those things to happen to you. You are a person who fears that those things are going to happen to you. You are a person who has experience, right? Evidence that this shit can go down, that it can happen to you. And so how do we make the shift from expecting what was or what we fear to what we want and attracting what we want? Because the universe doesn't understand, a language, English, Spanish. It doesn't understand yes, no. It understands what you're giving your focus to. And a lot of times in our creation process, when we're wanting to create things in our world, specifically today, speaking of relationships, we tend to focus on what we don't want. And I see it all the time in groups, and different people, they'll say, well, what won't you tolerate? Or what, and focus is always on what you don't want. Like, why are we doing that? Like, that's so counterproductive, because your focus and your energy is in what you don't want, what you fear, what doesn't feel good. And all of your energy and all of your momentum is now going in that direction. And so when you really want to attract what you want, you get to find a way to let your thoughts line up with what you want. And there's multiple ways to do that. We discuss them. I do in different videos, but you get to understand that you're responsible for your vibration. You're responsible for what you're attracting. And it's not an indictment against us. Listen, I have attracted some really jacked up stuff that did not feel good and would make you cry if I told you the stories. But it was based on these beliefs that I wasn't good enough, that nobody loved the real me, you know what I mean, that I was always the giver and people were always going to take, and all of these different jacked up beliefs I had, I got to shift those. And it's not in the sense that you're blaming yourself. You're just becoming aware. There's never any blame, right? And it's just an awareness. We're just aware now. So where are we showing up inauthentically for ourselves and yet expecting others to show up, full force for us, right? Where are we letting our focus be more on the absence of what we want? It's like, it's not here. I want it, it's not here. Where the hell is it? And if we could just shift our focus to a space of really knowing that everything that you want is coming. And the fear, the energy of fearing things and the energy of expecting, desiring what you want to come, the focus is there. You're either going to spend the focus in one direction or the other. And when you spend your focus in fear and worry and trying to figure things out and trying to make things happen, you exhaust yourself. You stress everybody else around you. It's really not a good place to be in. And so you deserve to feel good, sweetheart. Like, you deserve to know that all that you desire is not only available, it's not only possible, it's really like knocking at your door right here, right now, and you get to relax and allow and trust yourself. Trust yourself to know how to do what is best for you, how to show up authentically for yourself, and trust that the people around you, is being drawn to you when you're holding a space of expecting what you want. When you're holding a space of knowing, this is what I desire, this is why I desire it, and I feel good about this, and I know that this is it, and you let your focus be there without any push against about what has been or what could be that scares you, or what if. Your main focus, your solid focus is in the direction of what you want, what you feel that you desire, what you're worthy of, what makes your heart sing. You get to have that. You get to experience that. And it's here for you. And you get to make sure that your energy is in that space. And you're not paying any attention to the what ifs of what could go wrong, or what if it was before, So let your focus be in that space. And again, however you got to shift yourself there, it might be that you have to completely stay off the subject of relationships altogether and go pet your dog and just go, to somewhere to play or to eat an ice cream. I don't know what it is for you. Just get your mind off of things, right? And let yourself be back in that space of allowing the inspired inspiration to come. Because Abraham says all the time, the vibration of a problem and the vibration of a solution are totally different. And the vibration of you asking for what you want and you letting it in are different. So we can't stay too much in the asking mode and the processing mode. We love doing that. I know, I'm analytical. I love to just be in there and figure things out. Psychology is my favorite subject ever. And also, we get to get out of that space and into the relaxation space, the breath space, the knowing space, that everything that is taking care of everything in our planet is taking care of us. And that includes our relationships, the well-being of the people that we're surrounded with and the people that we're interacting with. And in your moments of contrast, you automatically ask for what you do want. So there's really no necessary reason for you to spend any time focusing on your fears about what could be or what might be, or what you don't want to happen. There's no reason to do that, because in your space of already contrast, you shot so many rockets of desire, and here it is for you now. And just really allow yourself to be in the space of letting it in, not resisting it, not fearing what might go wrong, what could go wrong, what has gone wrong in the past. Like, the past doesn't have to stay alive unless you keep it alive with your attention and your focus to it. Right here, right now, you have expanded. You have called for more. You have asked for more. And the universe is so excited to knock itself out, surprising and delighting you with all of the details, all of the things, that you've asked for. So let yourself be in an expectation mode. Let yourself be in that space of knowing, hey, I asked for it. I know that I'm worthy of it, and I know it's coming. And all of my attention is going to be on that, right? Okay. Hey, Blair, does anybody have any questions? Because I did say, hey, Carrie, I love you guys. Does anybody have any questions as it relates to this that maybe I can answer for you? Can y'all hear the water in the background? It looks kind of dirty in the video, but it's really clear. The water is really, really clear. Hello. It has an option for me to bring you guys on camera. I won't do it to you, though, unless you request it. Hello. Hey, Jessica. Anybody have any questions? If not, you hear the birds chirping? Beautiful. It's so relaxing out here. It's like my favorite little getaway, little meditation spot. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to sign off, because that's what I wanted to share. So I feel complete in my sharing. And if you guys have any questions. Birds, you hear the birds? I know, I love the birds. I was hoping that you guys would be able to see them. Like, right before I hit play on the video, the hawks were going. There was 3 of them right above me. It's lovely. Thank you. It's my little getaway spot. Any questions, Jessica, Blair? Anything you guys want to share? Maybe we can all just sit here and meditate together. So good to take deep breaths. Jessica, I missed the convo, but just tuned in. Oh, Jessica, well, thank goodness there's a replay. But basically, we're just going over the card for the week. That was for Wednesday and Thursday, and I just felt inspired to share a little more about that. So, yeah, go back and watch the replay. I'm sure that you will benefit from it. All right, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you think of any questions later, just pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And I'm sending you all so much love. Namaste.